All right, so today I want to talk a little bit about shooting in environments that are not ideal, specifically indoors in small, kind of ugly offices. A lot of times we'll go out on a shoot somewhere for like an interview or something, and we have to shoot in a small office or cubicle space where it's just not the best location. Ideally, we have, something else set up that looks better, but people have things to do, places to go, and we have to get them where they are at their desk. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to make that look best. So we're here at Cloud9. We're going to go find the smallest, ugliest space and see what we can set up over there. All right, Grace. We have concluded you have the smallest, ugliest office at Cloud9. Are you willing to be our subject model for today's tutorial?
Of course, of course.
Okay, so look, as you can see here, come see, there's, not much back here, just a small cubicle type thing. We have these 80s paneling back here. There's a window, so that's nice. We'll probably be able to use this in some way. And the desk is kind of pushed back in this corner here. So the first thing I like to do when I get on a shoot is try to find the framing of what we're gonna shoot. So I'm gonna take our little DSLR here and try to find a nice shot. Okay, so just with everything we have already in place, the desk in the corner here, the window on the edge, I'm not loving it. I mean, there's not much space between Grace and the background is totally uninteresting. I'd like to see more of this window. And of course, we're gonna wait. The lighting is pretty terrible. We're gonna wait till we find our shot first, and then we'll bring in the lights around the setup to get them right out of frame in the best lighting possible. Don't know what this is. All right, so this is a little better. So now we have Grace, our main subject, in the foreground. We have a little bit of space created behind her, so it gives a little depth to the wall, and then beyond the wall, the window, so we have more and, kind of the deep background with the fence outside and the trees and everything. Let's go see if we can find some plants, some greenery that we can steal from some people. I bet Nikki and Kaylee will have some. Looks like they're talking about something important. Let's go see.
Everything's.
We're looking for plants that we can steal. I thought y'all had a big plant. Oh, wait, what's that?
I have roses.
Ah, there's a good plant, yes. Can we steal this and we'll bring it back in a little while?
Here, just put that on top of that. There you go.
Ah, it's broken. We have tape, we can fix this. All right. We found you a plant. Let's see. Might be too low. Here we go. We'll use this. There we go. Now we're hiding a little bit more of that paneling behind her. And then maybe on the other side, we can use this little thing. All right, so we got all of our overhead lights off and we brought in our key light. So we're gonna turn this on and see how that looks in our shot now. Grace, watch your eyes. All right, so now Grace is lit on this side with our key light, but we lost all of our detail in the background, so we can't even see the plants really. All we can see is Grace and the outside window. So now we need to bring in some more lights that we can control and fix our background. Maybe put a hair light on Grace, a backlight, and see how that looks. Okay, to kind of light that wall behind her, just like that. And that's for that plant, and then I'm gonna for this plant. There we go. Now we're getting close. All right, I think the last thing we may need for this is a little bit of fill light on the opposite side of this key light, because we still have kind of a little too much shadow on the right side of Grace's face for my liking for this type of video. You know, it's not a very dramatic interview. Being in an office setting, it's probably, you know, a little more corporate, lighthearted, so we don't want to give, you know, too much shadow on the side of her face, which insinuates, you know, a more dramatic feel. So we'll light up that other side of her face a little bit while still keeping, you know, some depth on it. And then I think we might be good to go. Instead of pointing a light at her face, we are bouncing the light because this light is way too close to her face and it'll be too harsh. And we don't want a harsh light, and we don't really want that much light at all for the fill light. So we decided to bounce it off this foam board here. That's something me and Jude made at Home Depot for like $8. So this is what it looks like before the fill. So this is all our other lights that we set up, and then we turn the fill on, and this is our final shot. And it took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 lights to get this going. But compared to this, our first shot that we set up, which is just pointing the camera at where the desk already was, I think it's a pretty big improvement. So this could be like a talking head interview type thing, or just someone working at their desk. But this is what it looks like with all of our lights set up. We have the window in the background. We kind of tried to hide some of that paneling with the plants. To me, it looks a lot better. And so that's what you can do when you're in a small space. That's how you can kind of make things look a little more flattering for your videos. So hope that helped. If you're looking for some tips, and if you need anything from the K9 Reel production team, drop a comment below. Thanks.